In today's episode of Bad Deck Monday, I will be playing my Amazonas Equip deck versus JoeBen_7766 Sylvan deck. Our opening hands were bad and we both needed time to set up. I duality into a compose, set a duality and a compose, ending my turn. My opponent set a dandelion, ending their turn. I draw into a duality and go for the main monster of my deck, Amazonas Swordswoman. Now, Amazonas Swordswoman effect is all damage you take from battle involving this card your opponent takes. The main strategy of my deck is to get Amazonas Swordswoman equipped with Twin Swords of the Flashing Light Trice, allow my opponent to get something big on the field, and equip their monster with Axe of Fools, making them stronger and my swordswoman weaker. Both cards were in my hand opening turn. To protect my swordswoman, I also need a safe zone. This way she doesn't die when attacked or attacking. Upon activating safe zone, I said on my previous turn, my opponent attacks, I chain safe zone, they chain compulse my swordswoman. Now I'm in trouble because I have a dead safe zone on the field and I have to hope I don't waste my Mirror Force arrow. It's obvious after attacking my opponent they have nothing, and this is just what I need to set up for another safe zone play. I have Kaiser Coliseum on the field, but I need to make my opponent believe I have more than what meets the eye. So I set my Warrior of the Wasteland. Now my opponent sees through my plan and don't fall for the bait, not one bit. They happen to make a Stardust Dragon and go for an attack. I Mirror Force it, opening up space on my field. On my next turn, I go ahead and make a number 1/1 to steal Stardust and get that problem out of my way. My opponent fights back as hard as they can, over summoning to get something to stop me. What I mean by over summoning is special summoning more than once in a turn. I call that over summon. They activate and chain cards until they got something they need. I bottomless the first monster, but that really did nothing to stop them, and they kept over summoning and over summoning until they finally got something big on the field. Oh, look, there's Dracosack. By then, I was ready to use my Dark Hole and hope not to get punched in the face. Knowing Dracosack would stay alive, I needed to stall as long as I can. Then on their turn, they did something that changed the tide of the game, and they got rid of their own Dracosack. I don't really know what happened, why, or even care for that matter, but what I do know is I can still win this game, if I don't get punched in the face, that is. My opponent summons monsters, whatever, and the whole shebang, and sinks into a Black Rose Dragon. I think that was all they had and what they needed to stop me. I top decked a Warrior Returned Alive, brought back my Swordswoman for the game.